Hello everyone, I am Dr. Govind Saraswat, and today I am going to tell you something about a type of drama that is comedy. The word comedy has been derived from a French word, which in turn is taken from the Greco Latin word commedia. Now, if we divide this word, we feel that it is made up of two words, komos, which means to revel, and adian means to sing. So the etymology of the word comedy suggests that a comedy is a play in which we will find a lot of laughter and romantic songs. Comedies have been written since times immemorial. Among the ancients, Aristophanes, Plautus, and Terence were the great writers of comedy, whose comedies have been a source of inspiration to subsequent practitioners of the art. What is then the function of a comedy? There are many, but the most important and visible function which we can uh, suggest or feel is that comedy's main function is to provide entertainment to the spectators. They are made to laugh at the follies of various characters in the comedy. They feel jubilant and forget the humdrum life, the the troubles that they face in their life. They forget for the while they are watching comedy. There are many types of comedies, uh, and first of all, there is classical comedy. It is a kind of drama wherein the author follows the classical rules of ancient Greek and Roman writers. It is modeled upon the classical comedies like Plautus, Terence, and Aristophanes. They follow certain rules, like they follow the three unities: unity of time, place, and action. Then they keep the comic and tragic elements separate. Mean to say, comedy is comedy and tragedy is tragedy, having no other element from each other. They do not mix the comic and tragic elements in in drama. So the classical comedy is one such play in which you will find only the comic elements, laughter, song, and something which entertain you. The aim of classical comedy uh, was a bit satirical in nature. Generally, classical comedies they do not aim to provide entertainment. Rather, their aim was to correct the society. Then we have another type, that is romantic comedy. It is basically a love comedy. There is usually a story of triangular love with two heroes and one heroine, or two heroines and one hero. The course of their love doesn't run as smooth, but finally the play ends in a happy marriage. It is popularized by William Shakespeare. There are many famous examples, and we will discuss this type of romantic comedy in detail in another lecture. But right now, we are concerned with the various types of comedies. Then we have another type, that is comedy of humors. It is a satirical comedy developed on the concept of four humors found in human physiology. These four humors are blood, flame, choler, and melancholy. The hero develops into a caricature or eccentric figure due to the excess of any one of these humors. Ben Jonson gave his theory about these four humors in the introduction to his play Every Man in His humor in 1598. It is popularized by Ben Jonson. Then, after this comedy of humors, we have comedy of manners, or it is also known as restoration comedy. It exhibited the artificial manners of the high class society of the Restoration Age, where appearance count far more than true moral character. Its plot revolves around intrigues of lust and greed, the self interested cynicism of the characters being masked by decorous pretense. It is popularized by uh, some uh, dramatists of Restoration era, notably John Dryden. Then we have uh, William Shirley, and uh, they they largely display the intrigues, witty remarks, sparkling dialogues, and verbal fencing between gentlemen and ladies. And the characters, they 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 are so-called wits, jealous husbands, and foppish dandies. William Congreve is also a very famous writer of this restoration comedy. Then we have another type, that is sentimental comedy. It developed as a reaction against the immoral comedies of the restoration age. Yeah, the characters are drawn from the middle class who are highly conscious of the virtues and fought against vices. Playwright assumes the role of a moralist. It explores pathos and pathetic situations which appeal to tender emotions. Oliver Goldsmith is a very famous writer of this type of sentimental comedy. So these are some of the important types of comedies, and the function, the definition, the etymology of the word comedy, they have been discussed, although in a brief manner. But we need to know what do we mean by the word comedy, how, and from what is its source, and what does it suggest, and what do we expect in that kind of that type of drama comedy. Then uh, from the very beginning, who were the classical writers of comedy, and generally it is also uh, uh, taken that in the around 5th century BC, 5th century BC, this comedy, the word comedy, was attached uh, with a song or a poem that has happy ending, and in which there is some humor, laughter, and we can have its stress when we read the title of Dante's Divine Comedy. This Divine Comedy is a poem, and but even then the word is applied here. So the in the very beginning, the word was not really related to drama only. Sometimes it can be attached with poetry also. Then romantic comedy was popularized by William Shakespeare. We have his famous examples like As You Like It, Twelfth Night, Midsummer Night's Dream, and there we find romantic setting and lot of laughter. Then the absurdities of some characters, they make us laugh the more. Then there are many songs. The setting is also very beautiful, like Forest of Arden, and then there is an imaginary country, Illyria, in Twelfth Night, and there are a lot of songs, and there are some official clowns also, and fools who who enhance the quality of entertainment in this in these plays. Then comedy of manners or restoration comedy, like we have many examples of this restoration comedy. Say for example, The Way of the World by William Congreve is very famous. Then School for Scandal. uh, then these plays, they depict uh, the artificial manners, because restoration, that was an era when Charles II was restored to the throne of England, and when he came back from France, he brought some false and showy manners from that country, and there started a new wave in which the high class people or high society people and aristocratic people, they they started exhibiting manners in their social life, but in their real nature they are different. A kind of example can be taken from a very famous movie of Amir Khan, Three Idiots. आपने शायद देखा होगा उस मूवी के अंदर कि एक कैरेक्टर है जो प्राइस टैग नाम से उसको वो छेड़ता रहता है। जैसे वो आदमी जनरली ये जो प्ले हैं कॉमेडी ऑफ मैनर्स, in such type of plays, the characters, they make a show of their riches or their high status. They know the price of everything but the value of nothing. जैसे कि उसमें बताया ना कि भाई उसके जूते कितने डॉलर के हैं ये, या उस कितने रुपए के हैं, मैं पता करूँ क्या? तो क्या करता है वो? थोड़ी सी चटनी डालता है और इतने में जो है वो बता देता है कि कितने डॉलर के वो शूज़ हैं। और इसी तरह की वो पार्टीज़ वगैरह जो हैं वो करते रहते हैं। एंड in in this way, the writer satirizes their false manners. They exhibit their true nature in the course of whatever they speak, whatever they do, and whatever they think. They are always indulged in the cynicism of other people, whereas they should feel that they have some other important things to do rather than talking about people. कहते हैं ना कि जो uh, साधारण लोग जो होते हैं वो व्यक्तियों के बारे में बात करते हैं, जो मध्यम होते हैं वो जो मध्यम वर्ग के जो होते हैं वो घटनाओं के बारे में बात करते हैं, और जो श्रेष्ठ जो होते हैं व्यक्ति या श्रेष्ठ मनुष्य जो होते हैं वो विचारों के बारे में बात करते हैं। लेकिन यहाँ पे चूंकि वो घटिया लेवल के लोग हैं, भले वो कितने ही अमीर क्यों ना हो, कितने ही हाई क्लास सोसाइटी से बिलोंग क्यों ना करते हो, बट दे व्हेन दे टॉक अबाउट पीपल एंड दे ऑलवेज इंडल्ज इन इंट्रीग्स। स्टार प्लस के सीरियल्स में क्या होता है, भले वो कितनी रिच क्यों ना हो, बट इवन व्हेन दे आर इंडल्ज इन इंट्रीग्स and always trying to belittle someone and to look down on someone, that means whatever they are doing, they are artificial in their real life. सच में आर्टिफिशियल एक लाइफ ही लीड कर रहे हैं। उनको जो करना चाहिए वो नहीं करते हैं, और जो नहीं जो करना होता वो करते नहीं हैं। सो दैट इज़ ऑल अबाउट कॉमेडी ऑफ मैनर्स और रेस्टोरेशन कॉमेडी। Sentiment comedy, as I have already told you, that it developed as a reaction against the immoral comedies of the Restoration age. Oliver Goldsmith, he wrote a very famous comedy, She Stoops to Conquer. Now, in that type of drama, sentimental comedy, a character stoops from her social status in order to win the favor or win the confidence of someone with whom she was in love. So, here we find true emotions, and the behavior of the characters, that is full of ethics. You will feel that Yes, this is the kind of behavior we should follow in our life. Although there are some comic elements, events, and that is caused because of the mischievous behavior of some character. But overall, the aim of the writer of the sentimental comedy is to be is to arouse a kind of moralistic atmosphere, and the people who are watching this sentiment comedy, they must make a difference between what is right and what is wrong. It goes along with the entertainment. So this is about all about sentiment comedy. Then we have another types also. We have a farce. It is also a type of comedy. It seeks to cause boisterous horse laughter. It is an episode inserted within a play to please the spectators in the parlors of the theatre. To do so, it commonly employs highly exaggerated or caricatured characters, puts them into improbable and ludicrous situations, and makes free use of broad verbal humor and physical horseplay. So, this is all about comedy. The we have discussed the origin, its etymology, the function of comedy, then various types, and some examples. So I think that now this type of drama known as comedy, uh, now it is you may feel that whatever information a student of undergraduate level needs to know about this genre that has been taught by me in a simple manner. I think that is okay, and we will discuss the major type of comedy, the romantic comedy, which is also famous as Shakespearean comedy, in detail in another lecture. Thank you for listening me carefully.